Legend Show. This is Debbie Classic. I want to say a very special thank you for joining us tonight. I am Debbie Good News, as you may know. Just in case if you don't know, this is The Legend Show. And we are hosting a very important personality today. Before I bring him live, I will first of all go ahead to introduce this great personality that I am pleased to host tonight. And I will say a special thank you once again for joining us. I am talking about Adriano Bobo. This is a great personality, and just listen carefully, you will see why and how he has been serving the community and the entire world. Bobo is one of the most popular celebrity bodyguard in the world. Did you hear me? I just said that Bobo is one of the most popular celebrity bodyguard in the world. And he is the first bodyguard in American history to receive one of the national highest civilian honors, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and a special congressional recognition. Bobo is the current bodyguard to Dr. Kahala. I'm talking about the wife of the great Muhammad Ali. So the former wife and mother of 4 children to the greatest Muhammad Ali, not just one time, 3 times. It is an amazing thing. And I'm talking about the heavyweight boxing champion in the world. You all know who Muhammad Ali is. Tonight, I will be introducing this great man. He is a great and amazing personality. Bobo is one of the true humanitarian we can see in the world today. And he has served over 4,000 hours of community services in his lifetime. What an amazing thing to applaud him of and recognize him for. He is a 3 times National Devout Marital Artist. He is also the owner of 5-star rated security company called Bubba Amano Security Company. Bobo is such a great man, and we can't scroll past without recognizing personalities like him. And I'm not done. Just in case you think I'm done introducing him, his introduction can go for hours. That is who he is and how much he has achieved, and he's a great personality. Bobo is the founder of Bobo's Celebrity Basketball, which aimed to bring in awareness of bullying prevention and mental health. So Bobo has been using his platform to do a lot of great things. And we have taken it upon ourselves to use our platform to recognize personalities like this. I want to introduce to you that at the Glamours this year, coming up in 2 weeks' time now, November 20th, it will be on a Sunday, he is going to be receiving a humanitarian award. And I don't want to waste any more of your time. I want to bring on this live this great personality that I'm talking about.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the great introduction. I'm doing great. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thank you so much. Every day is a beautiful blessing, they say.
Yes. We all got to be grateful every day.
Yes, absolutely.
Bubba, it is a great pleasure to have you on the live show today. And I want the world to see who Bubba is. You're wearing a cap. They needed to see who this great man is.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You all, if you're talking about celebrity bodyguard, you got Bubba here and Bubba got your back. So he have a great and amazing structure, put together. He has a company, a security company, and a lot of great people in this nation has trusted in him, and he has proven that he is one of the perfect we can think about in the world. Bubba, I want you to please reintroduce yourself to us.
Yes, and thank you so much for that powerful introduction. So a little quickly about me. My name is Bubba Almany. I have an extensive security background of about 11 years and an extensive martial arts background that has gone for over 15 years. I'm a 3-time national martial arts champion in sparring, weaponry, and forms. Just been tremendously blessed, and fortunate in my life to be around some amazing people, such as Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Muhammad Ali Jr., Dr. Khalila Camacho Ali, the former wife to 3-time heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali, and the list just goes on and on, respectfully, to New York Fashion Week events, 9/11 Memorial Commemoration, the 10X Growth Conference, the #1 business event as voted by Forbes, and so many other amazing things, and just recently being honored. On December 4th, I'll be honored with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of President Joe Biden, which is one of the highest civilian honors that one could receive for my over 4,000 hours of community service, well over 4,000 hours of community service, and outstanding leadership and work ethic across the nation.
I want to give you a round of applause, like we should be.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Tell us more about your security company. So why should people trust you?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I believe people should trust me because, of my credibility, of the names I've been able to be around. I've been endorsed by Muhammad Ali's wife as the greatest bodyguard ever. Somebody that's been on this earth for 72 years. She's been a philanthropist, humanitarian for about 55 years since the age of 17. She's traveled to over 100 countries, met over 50 heads of state. I think somebody of that status and them being behind me, I've been her personal bodyguard for 4 years, and I think that just speaks volumes to my work ethic, to taking my line of work very serious, making people more safe, keeping them out of trouble, keeping them out of harm's way, having their best interest, being the best leader I can be, and making their days more effective, more efficient, knowing how to handle situations, knowing how to de-escalate, knowing how to be mentally prepared, knowing how to be proactive, knowing that when things do go down, ensuring that the client is still in the state of that they're not confused or scared, knowing, just embracing my role to my best of my abilities, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or the other. And, ultimately, just my references, the people, again, that I've worked for, my integrity, my large martial arts background, of hand-to-hand training, of weaponry training, and a lot of other things. I think that's what would make me stand out.
A lot of people, even on this comment section, immediately have posted you with saying, yeah, he's a great guy. He's a very awesome man. He has done a lot of good things. How does that make you feel personally?
Yes, it's a blessing, because, something I'm a firm believer in, just be a good person and be a good human in life, and put out what you want to, have back onto you. If you put out positive and you put out blessings, you pray for people and you speak positive, you think positive, and you surround yourself with great, amazing people, you're going to get that back in life. And it's important, every day, something I do on Facebook is wish everybody a happy birthday, and I just put out positive things. If I see somebody getting married, I'm going to congratulate them. If I see it's somebody's birthday, I'm gonna say happy birthday, even if I may not know them and it's a child of a friend of mine on Facebook or a family member. I'm gonna wish them happy birthday, because what you put out, again, it comes back onto you, and karma knows no menu. So if you're putting out negative things, it's not good. You want to keep your karma log clear of any dark clouds, and just be the best person you could be every day, and treat others how you want to be treated. Kindness goes a long, long way.
Absolutely. I want to ask you another question. What inspired you to be this great personality, and not just being great personality, to being consistent in your job and build all this trust and love surrounding you? What was your inspiration?
That's a great question. I think my inspiration was, knowing I come from a place like, I overcame, neglect as a child. I didn't have a father figure in my life. I had overcome child abuse. I had overcome bullying.
Mhm.
And, I said, when I get the opportunity to be great in life, I have the same 24 hours as Michael Jordan. I have the same 24 hours as, the president, the vice president, the governor, anybody who's great in their lifetime. I have the same 24 hours, and just maximize that, make the biggest difference I can make on this earth, leave people in places better than when I found them, and just get out here in these communities, help with anti-bullying, because ultimately, I had a voice, I had a platform, I had influence. I was doing great things, but what good is the accolades and the success and all of that, and the big names I've worked for, if I'm not using that to my betterment and helping others? That's so important. So many people have these great things in life, but they're not using it to their maximized potential, where they could really be a blessing and a difference to others, be an answered prayer, a renderance of hope, that's so critical.
Absolutely. You talked about, I saw your platform, which is the football company that you put together, and using it to target bullying, to make sure that you have a platform that you're using to prevent this. So, and I believe from your record and from your history, you have sustained some bullying, some mistreatment, which molded you. Instead of being negative, picking negative behaviors, because those aren't right to you. So why would you be good to another? But instead, you were positive about it and try to use it to better other people's community and life and protections, so as not to suffer the same thing that you went through. So that is something that we should applaud individuals like you. Before I go on to this last question that I asked now, on this point, give a brief encouragement to people who have sustained few negative behaviors. The world is just so crazy right now, so it is inevitable. So people have sustained negative things, mistreatment, bullying, things that they don't really want, and it make them to become negative in the society. So using your experience, how would you want to empower and encourage individuals like that?
Absolutely, because that's really an honorable question, and that's a great question that I think really a lot of people need to hear answered. If you scoop down to their level, you become a part of the problem. The bullying is not going to get better by you antagonizing them back, or retaliating and losing your freedoms, liberties, justices, or doing something just heinous or dishonorable. Always know somebody is watching, and that's the person above. If you keep your eyes fixated on the sky, that's where your help will come from, the Lord. God is my bodyguard. He's your bodyguard. He protects all of us 24/7, 365. And, when those people pick on you or bully you or try to dismantle your character or spread lies about you or try to spread hatred, just pray for them. Love them from a distance. Those are the people that need love the most. Those are people going through hurtful things. They might be going through abuse, domestic violence, bullying of their own. They might be getting bullied. They might have grown up in a horrible environment. So just pray for them and just try to show them better. And even if not, just remove yourself from that environment or the toxicity. Let God raise you up and get the hell out of there. It's a very important thing. And we use it in bodyguarding, is a term called flight or fight. Remove yourself and your client and get to safety. And that's the same thing. If you're going through those environments, domestic violence, bullying, abuse, cyberbullying, if somebody's cyberbullying you, just report them, block them, and just drop your phone. Move on. If somebody's, calling you names or physically harming you, get out of that environment. The bully loses his power as soon as you leave that environment. So they want you to react. They want you to be aggressive with them. They want you to be miserable. They want to bring you down. But, that's the great thing in life. If you're watching TV and you don't like what you're watching, you turn the channel. If you're listening to the radio and you don't like what you're hearing, you turn the channel. So that has to be life. God, respectfully, with all due respect and being humble, God has you on a different frequency. He doesn't want you around those people. He wants you around people that love you, that care for you, that pray for you, that whether
Absolutely.
if you tell them you're going to be the president one day, that they believe in you, that they believe in that big dream. So that's important. And just every day, just know God is your bodyguard. He protects you. You know, I never been woken up by an alarm clock. God wakes me up every day. And just be, you know, be the best person you could be, even in those times of troubling times. That's when your character is tested the most. It's easy to give up. It's easy to quit. It's easy to fight back. But, you know, be the bigger person, be the better person, and know your integrity, character, all that is intact. And, you know, whether it's somebody that's narcissistic or anything of that nature, you know, because what bullying really is, let's be clear, cut and dry, and short, sweet, simple, to the point. Bullying is abuse. If you're bullying somebody, it's an abusive behavior, and you can change. If you didn't get it right today, you have an opportunity tomorrow to get it right. You know, and I think, you know, in life, too often we treat the victims, and there's nothing wrong with that. We have to treat the victims and have empathy, sympathy, care, love. But, you know, what about the bullies? We need to show them the right way too. Maybe they just never learned that way. Maybe they've always come up that way, where they're just aggressive around people. And you know, everybody responds to love in a way. So if you could reach them in their heart, if you could pray for them, if you can encourage them, whatever it may be, you might make the difference in their life. Because I guarantee you, eventually, you know, they're going to run into the wrong person, or they're going to make the wrong decision, and it's not going to be good. So we have to show them right.
I want to ask you back to the question that I brought up before. You have a structure put together, which is the football game, which you're using to tackle bullying preventions in the community and in the society. Tell us, how has that been happening?
Absolutely. So we did our first annual event in August of 2021, August 28th of 2021 in Snow Hill, Maryland. It brought together people of all kinds, you know, all walks of life, all religions, all backgrounds, business owners to families to children. We just wanted to welcome everybody, coaches, mentors, local organizations, hospitals. It was an opportunity for people to get vaccinated who wanted to get vaccinated of the COVID-19 vaccination, and just so many amazing things, you know. It was, you know, there was a moment in that event where a young man was being interviewed by somebody on the red carpet, and he was, I think, from a football team that came, and he said, you know what, I never thought I would be in an event like this. And the person interviewing him said, why? And he said, well, because I used to be a bully. And he said, this event showed me that there's a better way, and that I can change, you know. And for a young man to say something so mature and so powerful, it just right there just was like, wow, this is why we did this event, you know, to change things, to unite people, to you know, inspire these kids, empower them, motivate them, to bring in names to a small town that has a population of maybe at around about 2,000, you know, bringing names like Terrell Owens and Dr. Ali and Muhammad Ali Jr. and branches of the military and the sheriff's department, you know, our sheriff leaders, and just so many people of importance, senators, mayors, council members, and just showing these kids they're special, they have values, they're unique, they have gifts, and never deprive a kid of their gifts, never take their joy, pride, peace, and happiness in life. Pour into people, because again, what you put out, you're going to reap back. You know, Absolutely. You reap what you sow.
That you are doing an amazing thing. For those that don't know who we have here, I am Debbie Good News, the CEO of Debbie Classic Magazine, and I have here showing live on this IG is Bobo. Bobo is one of the most popular celebrity bodyguard in the world, and he is the first bodyguard in American history to receive one of the nation highest civilian honor award and a presidential lifetime achievement. This award is a special one, and you don't have a lot of people that have it or that are qualified to receive it. And we have this amazing personality who has been doing great things, and I'm glad that he is being recognized. And we are also recognizing him with our platform. And we want the world to applaud individuals like this so that we can multiply people like this in the world, because it's getting more crazy So people should use whatever platform they have to reintroduce peace, unity, and prevent bullying. And in any way we can, what platform do you have? How are you using it? I am
Yeah.
using mine good, and personality like Bobo is using his good. How are you using your platform to better the society and to prevent people from being harmed? He is a security guard, a very famous one. He has worked with so many personalities. If you are in need of bodyguard, you're a famous personality, you need someone to trust, reach out to this great man. He got you. So
Thank you
I
so
want to
much.
ask you, you're welcome. I want to also ask you, what would be, as a security guard, experienced one, what advice will you give us today, the common man who is not security personalities, to be able to be on alert and be on guard, and also to secure ourselves and to secure others? What would be your tip advice for today?
We have a motto. It's called "Stay alert, stay alive." Being alert is very important. Aware of your surroundings, aware of who you're with, what environment you're in. Having your phone with you, making sure it's charged, making sure you're in control of your situation wherever you are. If you're going to be drinking, be somewhere where you can do so responsibly. Be around trusted people that care for you, that love you, that if you have a little too much to drink, they're gonna make sure you're safe and responsible, and not peer pressured or taken advantage of or anything harmful. Also being proactive, is very important, and just being aware of your personal safety. Who's coming up behind you, keeping your head on a swivel. Being able to look around 360 degrees, covering every ingress and egress as you're walking down sidewalks, looking at parked vehicles of who might be in a vehicle preparing to attack you, to how you park your vehicle, backing into spots where you can have an easy out. If something, God forbid, happens, keeping your car key remote with you where you can hit your panic alarm to make some noise. Again, having your phone with you, that's crucial. Knowing how to quickly get a 911 call in, and so many other things. Those are just some of the few tips that I can encourage people with. And taking martial arts training, take self-defense, train, carry protective mace or pepper spray with you. God forbid, if somebody were to try to rob you, mug you, kidnap you, whatever it was, that, you might be able to deploy that. There's a lot of things, and again, don't be somewhere you shouldn't be, with people you shouldn't be around. Make good decisions. Usually with those good decisions, you're going to get, the solutions you want, and hopefully nothing problematic. And, lastly, being prepared if something does go down, having the heart to be in the fight, or, there's, even if you're a female running away from a situation, there's nothing wrong with seeing tomorrow. Get out of that situation. Trust your gut instinct, trust your mind. If you get a bad vibe, you need to leave.
There's this thing going on now. I don't know if you have any advice to give us on that. I had seen a video of someone who was attempt to kidnap, and that is going on now, which is putting something on the handle of your car, and innocently you didn't see no one, and if you just touch it, and you could become unconscious, and something could happen, the person can be kidnapped. How do we prevent, how do we protect ourselves over that?
Yeah, unfortunately, people are getting a lot more creative with, whether it's human trafficking, kidnapping, attacking people. One thing an attacker usually isn't planned for, though, is for you to fight back. Be prepared. Have that mindset, that mentality that you're going to be steps ahead of your attacker. Always just be prepared. Prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Have a photographic memory, memorizing photos. Like if you look at somebody, you can depict their facial features. You could, what they're wearing. Being observant. Being intelligent. Doing your due diligence when you're out and about. Remembering license plates. What state is it? What does it begin with? What are the letters and the alpha characters? All those things are important. What type of vehicle? What color? What make? What model? if something were to go down, where are you at? What is the address? Where's a major, what are you near? Are you beside a McDonald's? Are you beside a Walmart? Being prepared for all these things. And, when you have an opportunity to escape or run, take advantage of that. And, make noise, scream, yell, whatever you have to do for somebody to help you. And again, get out of that situation.
I want to say a big thank you for having you tonight, and it was very, very productive, and we sharing with you was amazing. It was amazing and it was great. Please, we'll be having you 28th November. That should be in 2 weeks from now. We're going to be honoring this great man at the Glamorous Honor Award. Please, we'll need you guys to come and celebrate. Join us to celebrate great personalities like this who has been giving his whole, honestly and wholeheartedly out there. And he deserves to be celebrated, and he deserves to have me and you be present while he's being honored. What more would you have to tell us tonight?
And again, I really appreciate it. I'm truly humbled and honored. And so grateful and gracious for you. Just lastly, get involved in your communities. If you can mentor somebody, children, teens, if you can be an upstander and not a bystander, we're past the times of getting our phones out and recording and antagonizing others and piling in. Be an upstander, be somebody that knows, that you're going to help somebody, you're going to prevent something, and just be the best person that you can be every day. Go to sleep with a conscious mindset of positive thoughts. Link your subconscious mind to your conscious mind. Be happy, be positive, so you can wake up great, refreshed, feeling amazing. And I pray that everyone has the best sleep of their life tonight. I'm truly, again, honored to be on this interview, and I thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully this interview was encouraging to you or helped you in something that you needed to hear, whether it was personal safety or bullying prevention or whatever it was. And feel free to keep in touch. Be sure to follow me, send me any messages of anything, comments, questions, anything that's, you would like to talk about. And, again, just be the best person you could be, get involved in your communities, and, just keep helping, just keep having that mindset of every day trying to be a blessing to somebody. People out here, they're going through things. You might think that person is a nasty person or they're miserable, but you don't know what they're going through. They could be battling health problems. They could have a family member at home with cancer that they're taking after. You just never know what somebody is going through in life. And just, have a good heart, have a fresh mindset every day, be forgiving. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. That's just some of my strong encouragement. And just anything is possible, guys. Even the impossible, it says, I'm possible. Anything is possible in life. I've been truly blessed in my journey to do a lot of things, to travel across the nation, to meet amazing people. And so just, again, anything can happen. Pray some bold prayers every day. Prayer is powerful. It's important. It's the most important conversation you'll have every day. And, the Creator created you to be unique. He created you with that beautiful gift. He created you with that passion, that why. That every day He wakes you up, it's not by mistake. It's not by accident. He woke you up because you have a gift, a calling, a passion, a divine calling on your life. So get up every day and pursue that. They say 4,000 hours of community services is basically working a full-time job for 2 years straight. And I've been able to devote that, well over that, in my lifetime at just the young age of 28 years old. So I encourage everybody, please get involved, help, volunteer at a local nonprofit, mentor children, whatever it is you could do to help. Start a 501c3, start your own nonprofit, fundraise, whatever it is that you can do to help people and make this world a better place. Just do that, and you will feel so amazing. Like every time in life I have a challenge or an obstacle, I do good for others. I continue to just stay positive. I delete any weaknesses, any negatives out of my mind, and I just replace it with strength, no weaknesses. And I just look at that every day. Like, even if something comes on my path, it's a blessing in disguise. God works in mysterious ways. You never know when he's testing you, because it's easy to give up. It's easy to say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to follow this dream. I'm not going to follow my
Mhm,
aspirations and
mhm,
ambitions. But
mhm,
he will test you to see how bad you truly want that. Are you willing to
mhm.
put the blood, sweat, tears in, the sacrifices? Are you willing to get down literally on your hands and knees and beg for it, cry for it, to call out to God? And sometimes it's what you got to do. You got to submit fully to God. And faith is everything. Put God first in your life and anything can happen. I promise you, put God first in your life and your life will change. And develop a prayer routine. That's so crucial. And again, I thank everybody for their time tonight. And, keep in touch. And thank you so much again.
You're welcome. I want to say special thank you to you all who have been on live joining us tonight. Whatever you might be going through, please, like he said, spread good life. Peace is what more enjoyable. If you can touch someone even with the simplest, you look beautiful today, that can help to do something in someone's head. You don't know what the person is going through.
Yes.
You are a nice person. You can compliment people. Complimenting goes a long way to make someone feel better.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
however, no matter how little, you may not have money, but at least you can have goodwill. Try to
Yeah.
touch people in any way you can, and every day of your life, when you go out there, try to say, "Hey, hello, you look good. Are you doing okay?" Those goes a long way. I met a man
Absolutely.
before I let you guys go. I met a man somewhere. I have this culture of hello, how are you? How are you doing? So the man never, people. A lot of people are not good at saying like simple greeting.
Right.
So
Right.
asking how you're doing. So I happened to ask that man that same simple question. Hello, how you doing? Are you doing okay? The man is not doing okay, and nobody have cared to like ask him, "Are you doing okay today?"
Right. Right.
And he had
Absolutely.
received a very terrible call that he don't know who to share it with, and he's been with him, and he was ready to just end it. So
Right.
when he didn't answer me, and he just looked at me, I knew something was wrong with him. I was like, "Are you okay, sir?" He nodded his head and said no.
Wow. Wow.
So I'm like, "Are you willing to share it? What's going on?" So he had told me the whole story of what he was going through. He received a very bad call. Someone was just manipulating him and being on his neck, and that was just so crazy with him. He used to be a manager in his company, and his wife has left him with 2 children, and he was stuck with them. He don't know what to do, and because of raising and being with these 2 children together, he was moved from his job. He was jobless, and his kind of job is not easy to secure another one, so he was just miserable with the whole thing. At the end of the day, he is trying his best, and he's now doing Uber and Lyft. So the wife was still on his neck and causing more problems for him and all that. He just needed someone to like tell him, "You're doing good and you're trying, be the best man. And what you're doing, setting good example." He said a lot of things anyway. So he just needed that compliment that he is not a failure, and he was doing good and the best he can, and he is being the best father and best example to the children. Just that 2 words made the man's day.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And that's a blessing that you were able to take your time, and like you said, it just was a couple words, just a few minutes, even maybe
Just
seconds of your time. And
we never.
it could have been the reason why he didn't give up that day. It could have been the reason why his faith in humanity was restored, of why he had a better attitude the next day, why he just woke up and said, wow, somebody cared, went home and said, you know what, there are good people still left in this world, and just be a blessing to people. It's so pivotal, so important.
Mhm. So on this note, I would say bye, y'all. I love you guys. Please stay positive and be the best we can. Bobo, I'm glad to have you, and have a wonderful good night.
You too. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.